Hi,
Hi,
teacher.
how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. So today, is there anything that you want to talk about specifically today?
Um, talk about what?
Is there anything you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about anything?
Uh, teacher decide.
Okay, okay. So let's see. So we talked about hobbies. We talked about what you're doing for school for your career. So let's talk about, and we talked about travel. So let's talk about a little bit about the past, right? So we can practice with the past tense. Okay. So if you want to talk about your childhood a little bit, with just to let me know what you did when you were a child. So for example, for me, when I was a child, I used to play baseball, right? Or when I was a child, I used to cook with my mother, right? What did you used to do when you were a child?
In my child, my mother was strict. But I like to painting, and I like to I like to do I like to cutting paper and to make the paper has a lot of pictures. I like to go to the park and play with the other child.
Okay, perfect. So you used to cut paper. How did you cut paper? Like origami or like cut paper into different shapes?
Cutting paper to a different shape.
Okay, perfect. Good. So when we use this tense, I used to, right? So we use a little bit of the past tense, and then also the present, right? So in this case, you would say, for example, uh, when I was a child, I used to like to cut paper and go to the park, right? I used to. So used to is a good way to talk about something that you did in the past, but maybe you don't do anymore, right? So in this case here, when I was a child, I used to, right? I used to cut paper and go to the park. Okay, good. What else did you used to do?
In the park.
In the park? What did you do in the park?
In the park, I like to play some uh play some play uh play entertainment like uh shows uh like a car sale. Carussell.
Car sale.
Car sale.
What was that? Car sale. Was like was that like pretend?
Um, no. Um, it is that identity teacher.
Okay.
I can't speak this. Uh, but I think teacher know that page.
Car sale. Oh, a carousel. Carousel? I think it's spelled
Yes.
like this. I don't know how to spell carousel. Carousel. I think it's something like this, but I'll have to check no, I don't know the spelling. But yes, carousel. Okay. A carousel. Perfect. There was a carousel in the park?
Yes.
Oh, very
Lots
nice.
of carousel in the park.
Really nice. So, so when you were on the carousel, were there other? So a carousel is a type of ride or attraction, right? So, like we talked about before, like Disney World and parks like that have rides or attraction. Yeah. So carousel is a type of. It's an example. Were there any other rides or attractions nearby, or was it just the carousel?
Is any other have any other attraction,
Mm-hmm.
like a boat. I can,
Okay.
yes, in the in some park have a lake, and I can boat on the lake.
Okay, perfect. So some parks had, so this is in the past, right? When you were a child. So some parks had a lake because this was the past, and some, and you would, and I would boat. Yeah, I would boat. We can use that as a verb. I would boat on the lake. Or you can say I would sit in a boat on the lake, right? Or ride a boat. Yeah. Very good. Perfect. Okay. So you used to go to the park. There was a lot of attractions there. You used to cut paper. What else did you used to do when you were a child that you don't do anymore?
The cut paper.
Cut paper? Okay, perfect. So what did you do when you cut paper? How did you cut paper? Into different shapes of animals or people? What did you do?
In the house, I think, in the child and our teacher, the class, teach our to cut paper and then make our can cut this like that. We yes, we put it in our class.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so I would cut paper into how do we explain that? So this is more shapes for decoration, right? This is for decoration. Yeah. Okay. So in this context we can use the structure of when I was a child, I would, right? I would. Right? I would is very similar to like I used to, right? You can use them together because I used to in the past, I would is the hypothetical, right? So when I was a child, I would cut paper into shapes for decoration. Yeah, that's amazing. So how long would it take for you to make something like this? How long would it take?
The time.
Mm-hmm.
In our class, everyone cut a part and connect it. It will have so we have the one cut that's 40 minutes, and then connect every people's cutting. It will become a long cutting.
Okay, perfect. So it would take one class, maybe an hour or longer. An hour?
9 years.
No.
I don't know.
So it maybe it takes a long time though. Does it take a long time or a short time?
For 40 minutes, I think
40.
that is a short time.
Yeah, okay. Because everyone has a different part, right? Everyone is doing one part. Yeah, so that's a short time.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Really beautiful. Did you like to cut paper? Did you like it when you were a child?
Yes, I like it.
Okay.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Yeah. Do you still today? Do you cut paper today to make decorations?
Today I will cut some. I think I can't cut the paper, but I cut another. Like a stop. I think I sent the teacher.
Okay.
I cut that. I cut this and to make it to become a cloth.
Oh, okay. Okay, so not cutting paper, you cut cloth, right? Oh, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. So maybe when you were younger, you practiced a lot with cutting paper, and now you can cut cloth. Yeah, that's nice. Really beautiful. Okay, good. So you practiced. You cut paper. You used to go on a carousel. What else did you used to do? Did you used to go to like a nursery? I don't know, a nursery. So a nursery is a place for little babies to be.
Nursery. I think. Yes.
Yeah?
I always my mother. In my children, my mother. My mother wants me and send me to the kindergarten. In the kindergarten, I have lots of friends, and my most like is structure. Are you is the children's sleep? Yeah.
Okay, very cool. So when you were younger, you were sent. So your mother sent you. So sent me to kindergarten, right? Sent in the past, right? Very good. So do you remember kindergarten? Do you remember what you did in kindergarten?
I remember.
You remember? Yeah.
In our kindergarten, the most memory is in our garden top in our garden the top the top in the top we have some part it's part model teacher, doctor, and other color. And it made us to play a role.
Okay, can you show me? Do you have a picture? Or no?
It has a lot of parts and have this part need instruments like the doctor need
yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
And,
there is a game.
Like a doctor wore the white coat, and the teacher will play a role to teacher, and we can touch in this part.
Okay, right. I played a game very similar when I was younger too. Yeah, I think in the United States it was called Operation. And in Operation, you pretended that you were a doctor, and you had to operate on the patient. Yeah, it was really interesting. And there was like a fake person. I think I'll show you. Let me see if I can find a picture. Operation. It was a lot of fun, but it was yeah. I think it's an older game. So let me see if I can find a picture. Do you think that playing, pretending you were a doctor, do you think that made you want to be a doctor when you were older? Or no? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, sometimes when you play these types of games, they do help to think about what you want to do when you're older. Yeah. When I was younger, I would pretend to be a teacher all the time. So I think it does make a difference. Yeah. So this is the game.
Yes.
It was a game like this where you had like a fake person and you had to operate on them. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. So, okay, good. So you played games. Did you ever play outside with other children? So, for example, did you ever play basketball or baseball? Any sports?
In my kindergarten, some teacher lead our to dance
To dance?
and
Oh, nice.
and to performance.
Oh, very cool. So what did you perform? Like plays or musicals?
Our teacher lead our dance, the traditional Chinese dance.
Very cool.
We use the upcut.
God.
Counting farmer. I dance teacher.
Okay.
We use this to dance.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we catching the our hand and to dance.
So how is this used to dance? Is this an instrument? Or is this
That is we catch this and to shake it and
shake it.
yes, and it can have a loud voice.
A lot of noise. Okay. Oh wow. So the teacher shakes this, or do you shake it as the student? You do. Okay. Very cool.
Student.
Oh, that's very cool. That's a lot of noise, no? That's a lot of noise.
It is very in order. And it can match the rhythm.
So it can
match the rhythm.
match the reason. Okay, so you have like the noise is going to the rhythm, right? So it's like it's not noisy, right? It matches the rhythm.
It's not noisy.
Right. Very good. Okay. So wow, that's amazing. So you would go to dance, and was there a competition, or was it just a dance for everyone to dance? Yeah.
Yes, every people, and teachers select some girls to jazz and to performance.
That's amazing. I love that. That's beautiful. When I was a child, we had what was called recess. So recess was when you went outside to play in a playground or play outside. And a lot of the games, of course, in the United States were very competitive, right? So we had a lot of games that were baseball, basketball, soccer, these types of sports, a lot of sports. Yeah, but I love dancing. I would love to dance, yeah. When I was younger, I danced a lot. We danced in what we call talent shows. So a talent show is when you dance or sing, right? So, and I know like you play piano, right?
Yes.
Did you play piano when you were younger too, right?
Yes.
Did you ever play piano in a recital, like in front of people? I think you did, yeah. You played in front of people.
I play piano to a company,
Oh, really?
and
How old were
and
you?
I'm 6 years old.
6 years old?
I
Wow.
accompany to another child singing, and I accompany piano.
Wow. That's really young. Were you scared
Yes, I'm in the primary school.
in primary school? Yeah. Were you scared when you played the piano, or were you okay?
As a child, I can't afraid, but with the age big, I afraid it.
Yeah. So I was afraid, right? As a child, yeah. It's very scary to play in front of people when you're a child. Yeah. Yeah.
As a child, I don't understand how it's afraid, but the more old, I'm more afraid.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's natural. It's normal, right? To be afraid for the first time when you're a child, but then when you're older, you're not afraid anymore, or at least less afraid, right? Less afraid. Yeah. Good. Okay. So, is there anything that you liked when you were a child that you do not like now? So, for example, I liked playing baseball when I was a child, but I don't like playing baseball now.
I don't like play a chess. My mother make me to play a chess, but I always fall.
So you don't like playing chess? Yeah, I want to. I want to like to play chess, but I don't like playing chess either. It's very difficult, right? And sometimes a little
Yes.
boring. Yeah, yeah. So you play chess. How often do you play chess?
My mother make me play one guard.
Is this now or in the past?
In my primary school.
In primary
my mother
school.
always.
So
My mother wants.
so she made you play, right? She made you play in the past. Made in the past, right? So
Yes.
she made you play. Yeah.
Yes, and send me to the outside class.
Yeah. So and you don't play chess now, right? You don't play chess?
To the mother sent me the interest class, and it has a teacher, and I can't understand the teacher say.
Oh, really? Why can't you understand the teacher?
The chess teacher say a lot of
Difficult words.
professional words, and I can't understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's difficult. I think that's also a big part of learning is liking the teacher, right? So if you don't like the teacher, it's boring or difficult, right? When I was a child, I had a very boring science teacher, and then I had a very interesting science teacher, and it was a big difference, right? When you like the teacher, it's really important, right? It makes a big difference.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So chess might be fun with another teacher, but this teacher you don't really like the teacher, so it's difficult. Yeah. What else? So let's talk a little bit about, for the next 5 minutes, we'll talk a little bit about the future, okay? So in the future, what will you continue to do that you liked to do in the past? So for example, I will continue to teach. I have taught for 10 years, and I will continue to teach for 30 more years, right? I have danced. So I danced when I was younger, and I will continue to dance in the future. What will you continue to do in the future?
I continue to cutting.
Okay.
And to make her clothes, I can use it to make a lot of beautiful clothes.
Perfect. Good. So you've done this in the past, and you'll continue to do this in the future. That's perfect. Good. And is there anything that you will not do in the future? So something you will stop doing?
Can teacher speak again? I
Sure.
can't listen clearly.
Yeah, of course. So for example, I have played baseball in the past, but I will not play baseball in the future. Is there anything that you will not do in the future?
I will not do in the future. I will not. I will not play some some excite environment like like a roller coaster.
Roller coaster. You won't go on any roller coasters. No?
Yes.
But
I
she-
play it. In my 16 years old, my
Yeah.
father took me to play a 4 roller coaster in the one day.
Oh my gosh, really? So 4 roller coasters in one day. That's a lot of roller coasters. For me, one roller
Yeah.
coaster is too much. I hate roller coasters. It's too much.
Every time my father told me he will accompany me, and every time he don't accompany me and treat me and take me play it alone.
So, every time he says, "Let's go together," and then he doesn't go, you go by yourself.
Yes.
That's terrible. So yes, I agree. Roller coasters in the future, I do not want to do. I do not want to ride any roller coasters in the future. Yeah, and I'm afraid because I just had a baby, and I'm afraid when she is 10 years old, she will say, "Mommy, let's go ride a roller coaster," and I have to say no. No, I can't. I don't want to ride a roller coaster. Yeah, that's a good one. Me neither. I do not want to ride a roller coaster in the future. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good one. So okay, so let's do a quick review. So let's see. So the room that you're in right now, is it noisy or quiet?
The noise.
Noisy? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I would say noisy, right? Noisy, because quiet is when it's silent, so it's noisy, right? When you were a child, what did you used to do? Just to review. What's one thing you used to do when you were a child?
One thing I used to do in my child.
Yes, exactly.
Can teacher
So this is just a review. It's a review. So you mentioned you cut paper, you went to the park, right? So when I was a child, I used to play baseball. When you were a child, you used to
I used to do painting.
painting. Perfect. Good. So I used to paint. I used to cut paper. I used to go to the park, right? So just remember that structure. Used to is a good way to talk about something you did in the past you do not do anymore, right? Let's see. What else did we talk about? We talked about the future a little bit. Right. So in the future, what are you going to do after class? I will. So for example, after class, I will eat breakfast. What will you do after class?
After class. After
This
class.
class.
After this class, I will go to the library.
Perfect. Yeah, good. So after this class, I will go to the library. Good. Very good. Perfect. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. So we have class on Sunday. Is it a free talk class, or is this a scheduled lesson? Do you know? Is it a free talk on Sunday?
Free?
Is it an open conversation on Sunday?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Is there anything that you want to talk about on Sunday, or you don't have a preference?
Teacher design.
Okay. Okay. So I'll think of something fun to talk about, and I'll talk to you on Sunday. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. I'll talk to you then. Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you, teacher.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.